Have you ever wanted to assassinate yourself? Have you ever wanted to create an indestructible life form? Wanting to forego your mortal body and find enlightenment from a higher power? Do you want to use your newfound power to create a soulless army of the undead, only to succumb to the forces of sky bullets? I'm the Homeslice Ascend Hyperion, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do all this and a little more. Well, before I get a call from Cult Anonymous, maybe I should clarify. Today, I'll be showing you the results of what is easily one of the most game-breaking glitches in all of Halo. Not only will I be showing you the results, I'll be showing you how you can do it in the comfort of your own home. Nothing in today's video involves mods, plugins, or special files. All you need is an Xbox, a few friends, and consent from your Xbox fan to subject it to levels of torture equivalent to that of a typical PlayStation 4 fan. If you want more fresh-baked Halo content, be sure to subscribe and be sure to tweet to me after the video to let me know what you thought. Let's get this thing started. Before we can start hoarding our AI and forcing the paint off the oddball, we need to understand what we're doing. Halo 5 Forge is a wonderful tool that has pushed Forge farther than any previous iteration ever did. Along with its array of new and unique options are several budgets that 343 set in place to prevent your Xbox CPU from turning into gelatin. Some of these budgets are soft caps, meaning they are a recommended place to stop, but you can proceed past them, like the light map budget. But today, we're going to need to break a hard cap on the FX budget. The FX budget keeps track of the special items on the map like fire, smoke, holograms, and so on. But the FX budget includes two very other key object types: animations and players. If the budget is broken, everything in the category starts to get a little wacky. You can actually easily bypass the budget for FX by mass duplicating large groups of kill balls. I've found that spawning about 80 kill balls on normal physics is a good place to start. Then I duplicate a cluster of 30 phased kill balls until my FX budget passes 100 and makes its way up to 300%. Now be sure you spread the clusters around, because the wider the area where the FX is needed loading, the better, or I guess worse, but better for us here. You can immediately notice some weird things, like how the ammo counter disappears, or how the projectiles go stealth mode. Some projectiles just get locked in space-time, which is kinda neat too. But other odd things start to happen. I noticed that when I shot this hog, it wasn't getting hit markers. It appeared as though it wasn't even taking damage, which turned out to be very true, but it was only true for the hog that had been granted power. I wanted this power myself. I invited a couple good folks from my Discord into the game to activate my master plan. Kill balls are good for brute force, but players bring a multi-layered problem to the game. They have effects and animations, they move around, and they're unpredictable. With players in the game, the situation deteriorated quickly. Some players became forcibly invisible, since the game refused to devote the thinking power to making them real. But this invisibility wasn't a power, it was a plague. When they got into vehicles, those vehicles too became invisible. One player used a trans-dimensional wasp to harass us into submission. One player created the ultimate sleeper Hannibal Scorpion. Cause what's scarier than a tank that shoots lasers? A tank that shoots lasers from no discernible source. If you can see the treads, you're probably dead. Where was this in Halo 2? By now, the game had given up on properly rendering projectiles. Some guns merely shot invisible death rays. Some guns shot still framed with their projectiles. A cluster of rockets decided to abandon their destinies as mere exploding payloads. They planted themselves in the dirt and sought new lives as plants. Plants that were explosive payloads. And by this point, we're still ascending to our climax. Halo 5 is at its breaking point. Finally, a player called out, "Help, help, I cannot die. Pity the man who seeks death but cannot find it. Pity him." His claim was true. We assassinated him again and again, but he only just got back up. But like before, this power was not exclusive. It was a plague. We were all unable to die. We pointlessly tried to kill each other until we literally destroyed each other's bodies. but our minds were still alive, forced to wander eternal with no physical form. You're seeing this right, I don't have a body to the other players, but I'm still moving around in first person. At this point, we can create NPCs. If you find yourself unable to die, simply open your pause menu and switch teams. You'll be forced out of your former body and born anew. And much like your current self, your new friend is immune to all forms of pain. You are a god of gods. How many times can you do this? A lot. This many approximately. It's hard to keep count because some of the clones inherit invisibility as well. The NPCs are notably kinda dull, probably overwhelmed with power. They inherit whatever you had when you create them, and sometimes they inherit things next to them. It's funny seeing so many Spartans in one place at once. If you want to clear out the clones, simply use the Forge menu to delete all unlocked items and watch your frame rate return to 60. The clones will be left behind, but now they are mortal. You can exact your revenge on the soulless freeloaders. While they may not be crazy, action-ready NPCs, it's still fun to see them in a match. Even as static beings, it's not really something you see in Halo, especially on console. I mean, can you think of any glitch that does something like this? And like I mentioned earlier, this doesn't require mods, special files, or anything crazy. This is just a natural set of exploits inside of Halo 5. This glitch could be useful for people who use Forge and Machinima, looking for extra background characters or still figures, or someone who maybe just wants to test damage from different weapons, or people who just want to mess around inside of a Forge and do something like this, because it was pretty fun. This glitch is very crazy, and I chose to leave out a lot of the goofy things that happened to us when we set up for this video. Go try it out for yourself. Did you even know you could do this in Halo 5? Leave your comments below or come hit me up in my Discord. Be sure to like this video and share with a friend. Subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.